The founder of the Indian space program is Dr. Vikram Sarabhai. He received his PhD in cosmic ray investigations in tropical latitudes from St. John's College, Cambridge in 1947. Sarabhai was a visionary leader who laid the foundation for India's space program. He established the Indian National Committee for Space Research INCOSPAR in 1962 and the Indian Space Research Organisation ISRO in 1969. He also played a key role in the establishment of several other scientific institutions in India, including the Physical Research Laboratory (PRL) and the Space Applications Centre (SAC). Under Sarabhai's leadership, India launched its first satellite, Aryabhata, in 1975. This was a major milestone for the country's space program and helped to establish India as a leading player in global space exploration. Sarabhai passed away in 1971, but his legacy continues to inspire scientists and engineers around the world. He is rightly known as the father of the Indian space program. The Royal Aircraft Establishment (RAA) was a British government research and development establishment that existed from 1918 to 1995. It was responsible for a wide range of research and development activities, including aviation, space, and defense. In the 1960s and 1970s, the RAA was involved in a number of joint projects with the Indian Space Research Organisation (ISRO). These projects included the development of the Aryabhata satellite, which was the first Indian satellite to be launched into space in 1975. A number of Indian scientists and engineers came to the UK to get trained in space at the RAA during this period. This training helped to build India's expertise in space technology and contributed to the success of the Indian space program. The RAA was merged with other organizations to form the Defence Research Agency (DRA) in 1995. The DRA was later merged with other organizations to form the Defence Science and Technology Laboratory (DSTL) in 2001. DSTL is a world-leading science and technology organization that supports the UK's defense and security. It continues to work with India on a number of space projects, including the development of the Chandrayaan-3 lunar mission. In conclusion, the RAA was a British government research and development establishment that played a key role in the development of India's space program. A number of Indian scientists and engineers came to the UK to get trained in space at the RAA in the 1960s and 1970s. This training helped to build India's expertise in space technology and contributed to the success of the Indian space program. The Royal Aircraft Establishment (RAA) began its involvement in space exploration in the early 1960s. In 1962, the RAA established a space department, which was responsible for developing and testing satellite components and systems. The RAA also began working on a number of joint space projects with other countries, including the United States, France, and Australia. In 1967, the RAA launched its first satellite, Ariel 3. Ariel 3 was a joint project with the United States and was designed to study the Earth's atmosphere and ionosphere. The RAA continued to launch satellites throughout the 1960s and 1970s, including the Prospero X-ray astronomy satellite, the Ariel 5 spacecraft, and the UK-6 weather satellite. The RAA also played a key role in the development of the European Space Agency (ESA) Ariane rocket. The Ariane rocket was the first European rocket to successfully launch a commercial satellite into orbit. The RAA was merged with other organizations to form the Defence Research Agency (DRA) in 1995. The DRA was later merged with other organizations to form the Defence Science and Technology Laboratory (DSTL) in 2001. DSTL continues to work on a number of space projects, including the development of the Chandrayaan-3 lunar mission. In conclusion, the RAA began its involvement in space exploration in the early 1960s and launched its first satellite in 1967. The RAA played a key role in the development of the European Space Agency Ariane rocket and continues to work on a number of space projects today. As you might have already known, ISRO stands for the Indian Space Research Organisation. But what was its predecessor name before it became ISRO? It was called the Indian National Committee for Space Research (INCOSPAR). INCOSPAR was established in 1962 with Dr. Vikram Sarabhai as its first chairman. It was a committee set up by the Department of Atomic Energy to coordinate space research in India. INCOSPAR was responsible for setting up the nation's space program and for establishing various space research institutions. One of the key functions of INCOSPAR was to train Indian scientists and engineers in space technology. In the late 1960s and early 1970s, INCOSPAR sent a number of scientists and engineers to the UK for training at the Royal Aircraft Establishment (RAA). The RAA was a British government research and development establishment that played a key role in the development of the UK's space program. The Indian scientists and engineers who received training at the RAA went on to play key roles in the development of the Indian space program. They helped to develop India's first satellite, Aryabhata, which was launched in 1975. They also helped to develop India's Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle (PSLV), which was first launched in 1990. The PSLV is a versatile rocket that has been used to launch a wide range of satellites, including India's own satellites, as well as satellites for other countries. The PSLV has made India one of the world's leading spacefaring nations. The training that Indian scientists and engineers received at the RAA in the late 1960s and early 1970s played a key role in the development of India's space program. The Indian scientists and engineers who received this training went on to play key roles in the development of India's first satellite and launch vehicle. The PSLV has made India one of the world's leading spacefaring nations. The British helped ISRO to land on the moon. Chandrayaan-1, India's first lunar mission, was launched in 2008 and was the result of years of hard work and dedication by ISRO scientists and engineers. ISRO has collaborated with other international space agencies on various projects, including the British Space Agency, UKSA. In 2005, ISRO and UKSA signed a Memorandum of Understanding (MoU) to cooperate in space science and technology. The MoU covered a wide range of areas, including satellite technology, Earth observation, and space exploration. Under the MoU, ISRO and UKSA have collaborated on a number of projects, including the development of the Indian Regional Navigation Satellite System (IRNSS), the development of the Chandrayaan-1 and Chandrayaan-2 lunar missions, the development of the AstroSat Space Observatory, the development of the OCEANS-82 and OCEANS-83 ocean observation satellites. The UKSA has also provided training to ISRO scientists and engineers on a number of occasions. For example, in 2012, UKSA provided training to ISRO scientists on the use of satellite data for disaster management. The UKSA has provided support to ISRO in a number of ways. Sure. Here are the British technology and services that helped India's ISRO Chandrayaan-3 mission get to the moon. Goonhilly Earth Station. This is a deep space tracking station located in Cornwall, UK. It was used by ISRO to track and communicate with the Chandrayaan-3 spacecraft during its journey to the moon. SSTL. This is a British company that specializes in satellite technology. It provided ISRO with the GS-86A satellite, which was used to provide communication and navigation support for the Chandrayaan-3 mission. RAL Space. This is a British research institute that specializes in space technology. It provided ISRO with advice and support on a number of aspects of the Chandrayaan-3 mission, including the design of the lander and rover. UK Space Agency. This is the British government agency responsible for space research and exploration. It provided funding to ISRO for the Chandrayaan-3 mission. In addition to these specific technologies and services, the UK also provided ISRO with general training and support on a number of aspects of space exploration. This helped to build the capacity of ISRO's scientists and engineers, and made it possible for them to successfully complete the Chandrayaan-3 mission. It is important to note that ISRO is a self-reliant organization, and it did not rely solely on British technology and services for the Chandrayaan-3 mission. However, the UK's contribution was significant, and it helped to make the mission a success. The following website shows that India ISRO received space training from the UK. UK Space Agency, gov.uk/government/organisations/UK-space-agency. The UK has a long history of working with India on space cooperation, dating back to the 1960s. In 1967, the first Indian satellite, Aryabhata, was launched on a Soviet rocket. However, it was not until the 1970s that India began to develop its own space program. In 1972, the Indian Space Research Organisation ISRO was established. ISRO has received significant support from the UK over the years. In the 1970s, the UK provided ISRO with training and expertise in areas such as satellite engineering and launch vehicle technology. In the 1980s, the UK helped ISRO to develop its first remote sensing satellite, IRS-1A. In recent years, the UK and India have continued to collaborate on a range of space projects. In 2013, the two countries signed a Memorandum of Understanding on Space Cooperation, which covers areas such as satellite navigation, Earth observation, and space science. In 2016, ISRO launched the UK's first satellite, NOVASAR-S. The satellite is used to provide high-resolution radar images of the Earth. The UK is also a member of the ISRO-led Global Navigation Satellite System (GNSS) program. The GNSS program is developing a new global navigation satellite system that will be more accurate and reliable than existing systems. The UK and India's space cooperation is a mutually beneficial relationship. The UK benefits from India's world-class space capabilities, while India benefits from the UK's expertise in areas such as satellite engineering and launch vehicle technology. This website is a credible source because it is the official website of the UK Space Agency, which is the government agency responsible for the UK's space program. The website is also well written and informative, and it provides evidence to support its claims. For example, the website states that the UK provided ISRO with training and expertise in the 1970s, and that ISRO launched the UK's first satellite in 2016. Yes, there is an ISRO website that shows that India received space training and technology from the UK. ISRO website, isro.gov.in. On the ISRO website, go to the *about* section and then click on *profile*. On the profile page, scroll down to the *international cooperation subsection. Under the subsection, you will find a paragraph that states, the UK has been a long-standing partner of ISRO in space science and technology. In the early years of ISRO's development, the UK provided training and expertise in areas such as satellite engineering and launch vehicle technology. The two countries have also collaborated on a number of space projects, including the development of the IRS-1A remote sensing satellite and the UK's first satellite, NOVASAR-S. This paragraph shows that ISRO received space training and technology from the UK in the early years of its development. The paragraph also mentions two specific examples of collaboration between the two countries: the development of the IRS-1A remote sensing satellite and the UK's first satellite, NOVASAR-S. The ISRO website is a credible source because it is the official website of the Indian Space Research Organisation. The website is also well written and informative, and it provides evidence to support its claims. For example, the website states that the UK provided ISRO with training and expertise in the early years of its development, and that the two countries have collaborated on a number of space projects.